We were once simple farmers, living our lives in harmony and away from the nightmares that the Great Dragon Wars represented. We settled in a beautiful place called Elrain Wilds. But we weren't the only ones living there. The Elrain Wilds were also home to creatures such as the Mushman. The first time we met, we were complete strangers to one another.
Yet over the years, we've learned to live together and trust each other. They've taught us about their culture and rite, and we taught them our language. We've learned many things from them, such as herbalism, an art long forgotten by our kind. Our bond of friendship, although a bit strange at the beginning, made us strong not only just in power, but in heart too, to a point where we became one with them.
They were our eyes, ears, and we were their shield. However, all changed when the dragons approached us. We thought this was our end, except it wasn't. The dragon that came to us introduced himself as Ashen. We've listened to his words of wisdom and learned that he, nor the other dragons that follow him, were here to hurt us in any way. They were just like us, escaping from the nightmares of war.
Then came the offer and proposition that would forever change our destiny. Who we really are is very simple.
We are the Dragon Riders.
And this is our story. The union between us, Mushman, and dragons was the start of a new beginning, in first stage towards ending the wars. Together with Ashen, we've created the Order, which wasn't consisting only of dragon riders but Darvir, dragonlings too, each having a different role of assistance.
In the years that passed, our order kept growing by leaps and bounds. The word about our rise spread and reached the other two factions.
Which I may add, didn't quite please them.
Every day, every week, every month, and every year that followed, we had fought back their advances. Unfortunately, our demise caught up to us in the end, but not by the hands of the two factions, but by our own friends, our comrades.
It happened the day we received a help request from our relatives living in the other villages. As always, we denounced to the higher-ups of our objective before launching towards the war zones.
But we weren't alone this time. The human faction was also there, forcing the villagers to fight in the war. With only one thought crossing our minds, together with our partners, we'd attack the human faction soldiers.
But the fight didn't end the way we thought. Instead, the soldiers approached us with a pre-precision to join them. Of course, we refused, stating we won't betray our friends. This incident was also what brought the end of our order.
When we returned, the higher dragons called us for a meeting. The moment we stepped inside the chambers, the accusations and hell broke loose. A fellow dragon scout heard our small conversations with the human soldiers and their prepositions. We tried to explain the reason, but the dragons wouldn't let us have it.
In our final act to reason with them, we've lost most of our royal higher-ups, heavy fighters alongside their partners, our dragon partners. Even if the odds were against us, still believed and fought alongside us.
The fights were fearsome. Not only higher dragons fell, but most of our order. The last moments of our lives, Ashen came and saved us. But even if he saved us, we did make the decision to return and fight to prove our innocence.
Ashen never judged our loyalty and friendship. He gave us a way to escape, but we couldn't do it.
We sent our families away from the Alina forest.
And fell into the battle with one last cry.
As protectors of law, and mostly as friends.
How was it?
It was full of compassion, conviction, honor, and
Betrayal? Indeed it was.
Did the dragons betray someone else besides the riders?
From what I know, the Mushmen, but I think you should better ask the Dravir that question.
Skeletal Dravir? I don't think I want to disturb the slumber.
I have a friend who might be able to help you with your cause. He's a frequent visitor of this place.
A Dravir? That is your friend?
Lone Wolf privileges. Let's go.
Well, if it's in Night Omega. How have you been, my friend?
Been good as, the usual.
Still sleeping in that cave, huh? I see you also brought a friend.
An adventurer of sorts.
Name's Azkoph Rex, but my pals call me Az. Pleasure to meet you.
Wolfin? Likewise.
Woofin here. Wanted to know your family history with the Dragon Riders.
Dragon Riders, you say? Well, sure, why not? It's been a while since I've heard it.
I see you brought new guests with you, Azkoph.
Folks, this is my great cousin, Cedric Kiddra.
Kiddra will do. No need for long names.
Oh, come on, cuz. You know you like it when I call you like that.
And that's my cue to leave. Take care, fellow adventurer.
Oh, man. He always does that. Why wouldn't he want to stay?
Probably because you can't seem to keep your beak shut, or...
Hey, for the record, I am a cool guy to hang out with.
Sure you are.
Mean cousins there, aren't they?
Anyways, from what I've heard of your conversation, you want to know about the Dragon Riders. Am I right?
Yes, so far I've only heard fragments, but not the reason of their disappearance.
Well, it isn't easy to talk about. Ashen is still suffering, although his spirit passed away. He was a witness around the time when it happened.
When I talked with him, he referred to the catastrophe as the Cataclysm of Doubt. Do you know the meaning?
Unfortunately, I do. It happened the day I had guard duty around the Dragon Riders' tower. Everything was going the usual way. The riders were preparing to launch for a flight patrol again. They've saluted me as always, but when I turned my head, everything around was burning. I've searched for the cause of this, and learned the shocking truth. The higher dragons, wise dragons, and leaders of ours burned and destroyed everyone around. The riders tried to reason with them, but it didn't go well. Most of the royal, heavy, and golden dragon riders fell in the battle alongside their partners. It was a bloody mess. I've took the courage and flied towards a fallen royal dragon rider, grabbed him, and took him near the cave lair of the riders. He coughed a lot. Blood was dripping from his helm. I've taken the helm out and saw his light diminishing from his eyes. He shakily said in between whispers the reason of this massacre.
Kiddra, the white dragons, they got mad when I've told them about our flight towards the war zone. People were in danger. We had to. They had responsibility. They thought we betrayed them, but it wasn't like that. Announced the rest, and...
What was going to be said never escaped. His body swollen, light diminished. Forever.
I see. So that's why Ashen was ashamed when I mentioned it to him.
Ashen has been the only dragon who never judged the riders' loyalty. Even in the end, he saved them. They've chosen to return and fight till the end, even though they knew there was no way of returning. It's his kind that he is ashamed of.
That's much different than what I heard so far.
The best way to learn the whole truth is in the cave that used to be the lair of the riders. And I have a feeling you've already heard it.
You knew I was there?
On the contrary, I was present when they recited their message through the walls of the cave.
Although a sad story, their legend has inspired me to seek out of Ashfall and get to know the world. The Riders has been an example of what we could do if we try.
This adventure has been truly remarkable. Their legend still continues to live. Thank you for sharing this with me.
No problemo, mi amor.
It's amigo. No problemo, amigo.
Yeah, exactly what I said.
This long journey we've come across has been a real eye-opener, not just for me, but I think for you all. Now we know for sure that both the Dragon Slayers and Dragon Guardians are connected, the only difference being on how they view the world. Will there ever be a time when the Dragon Slayers will make peace with the Dragon Guardians? Probably never, but with how time flows, you never know.